So, apparently, my clip-side video got the band face worked up and blood boiling. But, like the manly stud I am, who's suffering from mental gymnastics, I'm gonna ignore you haters and preserve you for a different video. Or, if this video receives similar flack to my clip-side video. All bullshit aside, now let us pick up some raid. Because we're about to ethnically cleanse some insects and arachnids. Now, the spider and the butterfly was solely produced by Dragon Fox Girl. Quite impressive for one person to animate everything, but I digress. Let's move on to the story. Now, the story is about this spider. She wants to unite with a bunch of butterflies for some reason. Using leaves and wings, with a glimmer of hope in her eyes, she attempts to take off, but reality kicks in and she realizes that race mixing is for the devil. The spider is filled with despair, but luckily she found a butterfly who happened to have its wings torn and antennae removed. Despair turns to sheer optimism as the spider repairs the butterfly's wings. Grateful by this motion, the butterfly decided to stay with the spider. They die knowing that their children's future is secure. Afterward, a new generation is born, unaware by the motion by the previous generation. But what we witness is the possibility of new nightmare fuel, and that's pretty much it for the story. To be honest, when I first watched this thesis film, I assumed that the story would go for a more tragic path rather than a sappy path, or perhaps this would have been a metaphor for how racism divides us as a people. Of course, given by my assumption of the direction of the story. But I'll have to see, since the artist wanted to do for expanding this story, at least at this time of recording. But for right now, at least at this time recording, the story itself is a bit weak for me, a deal breaker for some people, but relatable for other people. Now let's move on to the animation, of course, because that's more important. Given how impressive this was made by one person, the final product and execution always matter at the end. I would say that the person did a nice job on the animation, despite how limited and slow-paced the animation is. I can also say that the animation works well with the story. So, my compliments to the artist. Now, despite the character design being a little bit off for me, it's not really a deal breaker. The music is good quality shit despite how fucking loud it is. It belongs to a certain brony named The Music Reborn. Wait a second, bro, these are still relevant? I thought they extinct. And there you go, the spider and the butterfly. Nice going, Fox Dragon Girl. It was all worth it. And now you'll excuse me, I'll be waiting for the hate mail.